Hello creatives, how are we doing? I hope you're enjoying our day. All right, in this section of our tutorial, we're going to be looking at how to create this simple thank God it's Friday flyer design. So without wasting much of your time, let's get started. And please don't forget to like, subscribe and share with your other creatives if you love what you are getting here. So let's get started. First of all, I'm going to create a new document, but I've already taught us how to create documents using your Photoshop. So I'm only going to hide this. I'm going to close this. I'm going to hide it now. I'm going to hide it. So we are going to be making use of white background, so there is no need of trying to create or manipulate any background. So I'm going to use plain background in this scenario. So let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do here is to get one of the elements I use in creating this flyer design. So let's go there. So this is the files that we are used to create this flyer design. At the end of the tutorial, I'm going to share the files to us so that we can have access to it and practice alongside. So I'm going to, first of all, I'm going to add this. I'm going to add these elements or this background because it was one of the things I used in creating the flyer design. I'm going to it's already on transform, so all I have to do here is to hold my alternate key and expand a little. So I'm going to bring it down. I'm going to bring it down. Next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to add, next thing I will do here is to click on my add layer mask. So I'm going to add my layer mask, press B, which is to select my brush tools, increase the brush tools little, and then I'm going to fade this off. Remember my flow, I've taught us in the previous tutorials how you can make use of your flow. So I reduced my flow to 33. It's on 33% because I want it to blend well with the white background we have. So I've already done this. I've already blended it. The next thing I'm going to do is to bring another of our background again. So this is the background I'm going to bring now. I'm going to bring in this background. I'm going to bring this very background. I'm going to hold my alternate key and drag, click and drag, left click and drag. So I'm going to bring it down again. I'm going to bring this down. I'm going to bring this down to this side. Next thing I will do here, I'm going to add the layer mask again, use my brush tool to fade or to brush. I'm going to brush this. So this is what we are having now. Next thing is to get a London city. So this is it here. This is it. I'm going to hold my alternate, left click, and then I'm going to bring it down. I'm going to bring it down to this. So let me shift it a little here. Okay. So next thing I will do here, let me increase the screen a little. So next thing I'm going to do here is, this is not looking professional because I need to blend it in such a way that you have this feeling that the city and the trees behind, they are all relating to each other. But before then, I'm going to add a gradient map. I'm going to add a gradient map to this city. So I'm going to power clip it, click on the gradient map. I have a result. I already have the gradient map I'm going to make use of. So I will come here. Think no. Let me see the gradient map that was used. Okay. Let's not waste time. Let me just get the gradient map that was used, the actual gradient map that was used. So okay, so this is the gradient. So I'm going to hold my alternate, left click, and I'm going to drag up. I just duplicated this. Okay, so I'm going to take it up here and I'm going to clip it. So this is it now. This is it now. But I'm not yet done. Like I said, I'm not done. I need to um, create the tower, the city, the London city, with the trees, the mountains we are having behind, so that they can relate with each other. Okay, so next thing I will do here is I will use I'm going to make use of this fog. I'm going to make use of this fog here. So I'm going to expand. So I'll go to my blending mode now. I'm going to change it to screen. I'm going to change it to screen. I will duplicate it again. I'm going to duplicate again. I've duplicated. Now, if you look at the background, they are relating with each other. They're related with each other. So what I did, I'm trying to blend the city with the trees we have behind. This is part of the things I did here. So next thing I'm going to do here is to select. Okay, I'm going to select this very lens flare. I'm going to. So the beauty of this is I actually want the colors, the blue, the green, and the red effect to show on the white background. So I'm going to make use of, I think I used, is it divide or subtract? Okay, let me see. Let me check what I used for the actual tutorial. Either divide or subtract. Okay, so this is it here. So I made use of difference, and then 66%. So I'm going to, this is difference. So I'm going to reduce, sorry. So this is the difference here. This is the difference. So I'm going to reduce the opacity to 66. I'm going to bring this now. It's not looking okay. So I'm going to bring it behind. Yeah, this is okay. I'm going to take it behind. Yes, so this is what we have here. Let me group all so it to be easier for us. So I'm going to group. Let me hide and see. Okay, yeah. So I hid the lens flame that I used in the background. I hid it behind the city, behind the London city, and then the fog behind the London city and the fog. So let's forge ahead. Okay, so next thing I'm going to do here is to bring in this very lady here, the one that was used. So I'm going to bring her into the Canva. I'm going to bring her down here. So I worked on this image. I worked on the image using my camera raw filter. So we are going to make a little adjustment to it. So how am I going to do? I'm going to take this image to my camera raw filter by pressing Ctrl Shift A. I'm taking it to my camera raw filter where I will actually enhance the image, because I want the image to have a little details on it, like the texture, the skin. I want it to blend well with what we have on the design. So that is what we are going to do here. And so we're going to make use of camera raw filter. So I'm going to make use of sharpening. I'm going to increase my sharpening to 50. I'm going to leave it to 50. I will go to my basic. I'm going to touch texture and clarity. So texture, I'm going to take texture to 25. My clarity to 25, because I want to have a good skin texture. Then my contrast, I'm going to increase my contrast a little. My highlights, I'm going to increase highlight a little, because I want the parts that has light on it to be reflecting, to be more real. My shadow, I'm going to reduce the shadow small to add more detail. What I'm doing on this image, I'm adding details to the image. I'm going to a little bit of white and then dark. So I'll go to my vibrance. I'll add a little vibrance to this. Okay, so I'll click OK. Now I'm actually done with the enhancing of this image. I'm done with the enhancing of the image. All right, so next thing I'm going to do here, I'm actually going to create a circle, a kind of a circle shape. I'm going to create a circle shape. Now the concept is I want the circle shape to, I want her to be the circle shape to be around her body, but when I create this shape, it's going to look flat. What I did was I had to change the flat circle, the border. I make it look like a 3D, make it look more realistic. Okay, let me show you what I did here. So this is what I actually did here. I went to my, you can just click on letter U on your keyboard. Okay, so I'm not going to create any perfect shape, so I'll left click, and this is what I actually want, a shape like this, but we're having black. So I'm going to bring this down here. I will go to my property, the fill. I'm going to cancel out the fill. Then my stroke, I'm going to make use of red for my stroke. I'm going to make it 200. My strokes. So look at the way it is here. If you look at the way, let me bring this down. Okay, let me bring her picture down a little. Okay, so when you actually look at, let's make adjustments to, let me see if I can use 50. 200 is looking too big, so let's use 150. All right, so 150 is okay. 150 is okay. All right, so looking at this is already flat. This is flat, but as a creative, you have to think outside the box. So I'm going to make this look more realistic to make the design catchy. So how am I going to do this? I'll first of all add a layer mask. Remember, the goal here is to ensure that the lady is around the circle. Like when you see it, you look at it, there is a ball, how do I put it? It's more like a floater, a round floater that she's inside. So that is the goal here. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to add, I'll click on my ellipse layer, add a new layer, go to the image on my property by my layer, on my layers. I'm going to hold my control, click on the, look at where my mouse is. I'm going to click at this exact place where I have the lady's image. So I'll click it. It automatically selects the lady. Automatically selects her. So next I'm going to do is I'll go back to my shape, click on this new layer I added, click on my brush tool. Ensure that your brush tool is on hard. So I'm going to reduce it now. So I'll just clean. I'm just cleaning here. So no, there's a mistake here. Okay, so all right, let me, okay, yeah, so this is it. Control, go to click on V to go to my click on V to go to my move to, then click Control D to deselect. Now look at what we're having here. Are you seeing what I'm saying? But I'm not yet done. This is still looking flat. I'm going to turn this to 3D. I want to make it look more realistic, so I will go to my FX, my blending option. I will make use of inner shadow. I'm going to click on my inner shadow. So what the inner shadow does, it makes it look more realistic. Yeah, look at it here. So I have it. Look at it here. So I'm going to still click on inner glow. So let me tell us on my right in my inner shadow, but the opacity is 70, the distance, the angle is 95, so the distance 18, the choke 35, the size 114. So this is what I did there. There is no big magic that was done there. All right, so I think I'm seeing something. I'm seeing a glitch. So let me correct it. Okay, so all right, now the next thing I'm going to do here, I did something here. So I did something here. This is what I did here. I went to my, still on the folder, I selected this lens flare here. All I did here was to hold my shift key, left click, and drag it, bring it down to 90 degree. So I'm going to take it down here, convert it to screen. I'll convert it to screen. So I'm going to convert it to screen and clip mask it. I'm going to clip mask it, Control T. Now what I'm going to do here is to make this, look at what I'm doing here. I'm adding more beauty to the design. So okay, so yeah, we have something like this. Okay, so next thing we are going to do, I'm going to bring in my texts. I already have the text, so I'm not going to dwell much on that. I will make use of, okay, let me go look at the text here. So I'll just click duplicate it, take it up, and okay, so what is happening here? All right, okay, all right, so this is it here. Next thing, I have my little write-up also, but from the initial one, I think the image is looking bigger than the initial one. So okay, all right, so let's bring this down, to create more room, all right, so okay, so let's leave it this way. Next thing I'm going to do is to still bring a text. I'm going to bring in a text that is under the thank God is Friday. I'm going to bring it, so I'm not going to type because I already have it. So all I have to do is just to drag and drop from the previous design down to this very one. Okay, so keep practicing to get used to Photoshop. Yeah, so the next thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to copy this right now. I'm going to duplicate this, take it up, and I'm going to keep it beneath. So let's see. Okay, I'm going to take it up a little. Little, and then take my thank God is Friday, take it up also. Okay, so next thing I'm going to do, I'll just take we're almost done. It's okay. Remaining one other thing here. So I added a logo to it, just a brand logo to it. So this is the brand logo added to it. I think one more thing, the paper flight, I have this. Okay, not just one, two more things I did here. Okay, so I'm going to reduce this. Take it up here, and then add a motion add a motion to it. So I'll go to my, how do I do that? I'll go to my filter, blur, go to my motion blur, click on my motion blur, change the angle to 29, change the angle to 39 degree. Then you can increase the distance. So let's use 71 for the distance. 71 for this. So the last thing here we are going to add to this is, okay, this festive element, giving it a different vibe, a different look, a different feeling, because it's a weekend design. So there is a feeling it should communicate to the audience. All right, so here I'm going to just make use of my Gaussian blur. This is too much for a Gaussian blur. Okay, 9 is okay. So I'll add my layer mask and select my brush to remove the part I actually don't want. Now my brush tool is on hard, so I'm going to reduce it to soft. I'm going to take it less soft. I'm going to clean the part I actually don't want. So like this part on her face now, I don't actually want it. So okay, yeah, this side. So this is it. Next thing, I've already earlier before now I showed us how to enhance your image. Now I'm done. A lot of persons, they stop at this very point where they just save the image. And now if you save the image and you take it to Facebook, you discover that it won't be that sharp, because Facebook, social media, has a way of dropping the quality of your design. So what I normally do is I'll create an invisible layer mask here, convert to smart objects, take it to my camera raw filter, and make my final enhancement. So I'm going to enhance, I'm converting it to smart object. Now after converting to smart object, I will take it to my camera raw filter, where I can do the final editing, so that when I post on the social media, it still retains its original quality. You see the design being as sharp as anything, the quality still standing. Okay, so Control Shift A. If I want to go to my camera raw filter, I'm just going to make use of few adjustments, buttons or options on our camera raw filter. Okay, so I'm going to play with contrast, highlight. I'm going to play with more of my highlights. Okay, so I have my shadow. I'm going to just leave shadow. I'm going to leave shadow here. Let me reduce. Okay. All right. So I'm going to reduce my black. So I'll bring this down. I'll touch